up, everybody? Welcome to Midday with Shay McCray. And of course, I am your host, Shay McCray. Well, today we have a very special guest. You guys might call her your homegirl, but this is my good girlfriend, all right? I would like to welcome media personality, actress, author, cover model, fitness competitor, and all that good stuff. Yeah, she comes with body too. Your homegirl, and my good girlfriend, Rashan Ali. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, so you picked up this name, everybody's homegirl.
Yeah, it's something I gave myself. Isn't that funny?
You gave yourself that?
Everybody's homegirl. I'm just one of those girls that I feel like, or women, that I feel like I can just hang out with anybody, whether it be your highest politician or, your favorite rapper. And
I know that you ain't say favorite rapper.
Yeah.
You in the trap house, sis?
I mean,
she's
doesn't
like,
every real person, every real black woman have a little trap in her?
A little trap,
just
right?
Just a little bit.
You know, that's where you put the phones down, like I'm just here to visit. You
right.
need to take pictures of this.
No titles.
No
and
titles,
even if you do
right?
take pictures, okay, tag me.
Right, tag me. Like, don't say my name. Sometimes I
Right.
walk in those settings, I be like, don't tell them my name.
Right.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Because we have to have that, right?
Maybe. I feel like just being truly authentic who you are is always a blessing. But I understand that you gotta keep some things to yourself. I get that.
You gotta keep some things to yourself.
Yeah.
But it's funny you say that about everybody's home girl. When I first met you, I think a couple years ago, you gave me your number. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we didn't keep in touch, but when I met you again, you was like, take my number. And you was like, oh, you already have it.
Right.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Well, I never called you. Like, what is going on?
Because I believe in what alignment truly is. And when you're supposed to connect with somebody, that's when you're supposed to connect.
That's
whether it be your first time meeting or your fifth time meeting, or if it's not supposed to happen, whatever is supposed to happen, I always say whatever's for me will be for me.
I say that all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
That was the time that we needed to connect, and that is why I'm here today.
Yes. Well, recently we connected because you hit the cover of a new magazine.
Yes.
And that is a fitness magazine for women.
Yeah. Noir Women's Wellness.
Yes. And you look amazing.
Thank you.
Now, how long you been doing fitness?
Well, I grew up as a student athlete. I'm a competitor, so I was a swimmer. Started swimming competitively when I was 5. I went to college on a swimming scholarship. So I've always been in athletics.
Okay.
I've always been an athlete. So I just wanted to, I tapped into bikini competitions just because I wanted to elevate my athleticism, really.
Okay.
I've done half marathons, I've done triathlons. I'm just one of those people that loves to compete.
Yeah.
And I always feel like there's another level that you could take your body physically. And I think with that, because you have to have the mental space to be able to do that, those skills are transferable. So learning how your body works and learning what to do and what not to do, and and learning how to bring it back down when it's time to do something or stay in that safe space, which is what I am now, like a really safe space, to be able to be prepared for anything that comes my way. So that is just why I continue to work out and live my very best life.
I know that's right. Now,
I want to look good to the very end. Huh?
Do you hold any titles?
Amazing.
I know. Listen, yes, I'm amazing.
Right. No,
but it makes you feel good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My last competition, I didn't do so well, but the competition before that, I placed first in one of my categories.
I know that's right.
First, second, and third in 3 out of the 4 categories I entered at the Lee Haney NPC show for masters, women 40 plus, but I am 45 plus, 47. And
yes.
I just love it. I love how it makes you feel. I love how when you're on the stage and you see all these muscles that you've worked hard for. But I'm taking a break from it now.
You're taking a break?
Just to relax.
I wanted to compete in training.
Yeah.
And I was almost there. My friends made fun of me. How do you get past that part, the criticism, why you doing that? You're getting small. Because, you got to deplete all that water from you.
Absolutely.
How do you mentally get past that and ignore them?
My journey has nothing to do with anyone else.
Wow.
I don't care what anyone else
says. Did they try
to
say anything to you? Because I know my family and friends did.
Well, after the fact, I didn't like you that small. Well, I did.
Yeah.
So, and then there's that. And I wasn't doing it for anybody else. I was doing it for me. And when you understand that this life that we're living has nothing to do with anyone else.
Yeah.
It has to do with how you are showing up. But in essence, people are watching how you move. So had you completed that mission, somebody who was a naysayer would have been like, oh man, but she did it.
She did
and
it.
so what else can she do because she did that?
Yeah, and
now you have your own show. Like, so these things are really.
I know that's why I said that again.
Now you have your own show. So you have your own show. So what who's to say you can't go back and do a competition? Forget what people say. People are going to talk all the time.
And it's a lot of discipline with it, what they don't understand.
Yeah, that
so
is.
They couldn't do it, so it don't matter. But,
exactly.
You're doing a lot of things, all right? We all remember you from, of course, many places, but one is being Sister Circle.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say it to the camera. You was the reason why I watched the show.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, like it was like, oh my God, she's amazing. Who is she?
You.
And I would go places and people would be like, you're on TV, you're with Sister Circle, and I'm like, no, that's not me. That's Rashan Ali. And they be like, oh, you both gorgeous, and I'm like, trust me, it's a compliment.
Thank
you.
Them.
So I used to always get mistaken. I still do.
You it's the short hair, it's the body. It's like we're very similar in stature. Smile,
always smiling,
right? All the things.
So let's talk about that journey, because the show ended during the pandemic.
It did, right when the pandemic hit.
Real quick, what happened?
Well, I think we were already on the tail end of the show anyway.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that the production company, that show checked that diversity and inclusion box. And, I will say it wasn't, to that production company, we probably weren't the easiest group of people to work with.
Really?
We were very severely underpaid as talk show hosts. We were not, as far as being comparable to other talk show hosts, across the board. Our production value was very low. We had a very skeleton crew. I mean, our crew was just outstanding. I mean, I still love everybody there, but it was just very tough to work under those circumstances. You're not getting paid. You're not getting. We did okay, but we worked year round. There was no hiatus for us. So you look at The Talk, The Real, and all of those talk shows. They had a hiatus. Yeah. Even Wendy, when she was at her height, like Wendy took the summer off. We worked all the way through. We got 2 weeks off a year. Our original contract was based off of our pilot, and they never renegotiated with us. So people don't know about that. So when Sister Circle ended, I gave myself 24 hours, and I was like, great.
24 hours to shut down.
Like, oh, this is so bad.
I did that.
I was like, oh, this is amazing, great.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fantastic to be able. I'm glad that I did the show. I'm
glad you
me
did the show
personally and professionally in so many ways. It elevated my career, but in retrospect, it served its purpose in its almost 3 seasons, and then that book is closed now.
It was such an amazing concept.
Thank you.
I'm not sure the behind the scenes, but from the outside looking in, you guys were phenomenal. I'm not sure if you were there when our girlfriend got, fired.
Oh yeah, I was there. I didn't know anything about it. Contrary to what was in the blogs or whatever, when Kiana Dancy got let go, I was at home sick that day when it happened. I had no earthly idea. I thought that the show was going very well at that point.
Yeah.
And that we had finally come together with some beautiful synergy and chemistry. But the higher ups didn't think that. And then my good girlfriend Trina, who I'm very, very close with to this day, and I attribute that to her coming on the show. She's one of my dearest friends.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think because of the switch, what made the ratings go down, or?
Oh, I don't know if any. They never really told us what the ratings were.
Really?
Yeah. No. So contrary to what's been put out there, we had a great social media following.
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. I just don't know how it showed up in the real ratings.
If they called you back, would you go back?
No.
Okay. Moving right along. Okay.
That's not what I want to do. I want to do my own thing.
You're doing your own thing.
And I am.
Yes. Founder of Cool Soror
podcast.
Yes. And brand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this platform.
So I started that before I even started Sister Circle. So I started my podcast in 2016. Sister Circle didn't start until 2017. So I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Yes. Hence the pink and green.
Go ahead, do your squeak.
I can't do it. My voice is too deep. I used to be able to do it in college. Can't do it now.
Yeah, okay.
So I wanted to interview women in all Black Greek letter organizations.
Okay.
Just about their, pretty much like this, sit down, interview, talk about their journey. And I thought that was a real niche for me. And I also do Cool Bruh. And then when I find amazing people, I do Cool People, because I don't want to exclude people that I think are amazingly dope and they're not, in a Black Greek letter organization. So I started that in 2016 and it has grown tremendously.
Yeah.
I rolled out my video portion of the podcast this last season. So that has gone really, really well. And I've got some great things on the horizon too. But I have clothes, I have necklaces, like all of that. But I love it that it's mine.
Yes.
It's all
Isn't
mine.
it wonderful when you can do your own thing?
Yes.
I had someone reach out to one of my agents, said, did you get that casting in? I said, listen, I'm on set, okay?
Right.
I don't know what you want me to say. I'm providing something for myself right now.
Right. I had an audition due today and I was like not able to audition. I just didn't. Sometimes when you don't want to do it, you don't have to do everything that somebody says you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all about keeping that value. When you everywhere and doing everything, that value devalues. I feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
It devalues the moment. You want to keep that value.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Absolutely.
be seen everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, you're talking about castings. Now, you are on the show, BT Plus.
Yes.
All the Queen's Men.
I am.
Well, my girlfriend Eva,
Yes.
I love Eve, seriously.
Yes.
She's amazing. I met her when she launched her sunglass line a
Okay.
couple years ago.
Yeah.
Great energy.
Serial entrepreneur.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She's contagious. It's
She
kind of
is.
like you. You guys like your energy,
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Who do you
Yeah.
play? Let's talk about the character.
Yeah, Miss Tandy is a very open and free woman. So she is one of the high rollers that comes to Madam's Club, who is played by Eva, the star of our show. And she just, is very open. Her husband enjoys experiences. And she has these experiences with many of Madam's dancers at her club. It was a very, when I got the role, I had to talk to my husband because there was, sexual simulation and possible nudity.
And let's talk
involved.
about how is that being married and still being, in a role like that?
Well, I mean, you have to respect your husband's or your mate's or your partner's opinion and make sure that they are okay with it. But so my agent told me I got the role in 2020. The first person I called, and she told me what the stipulations were. But he was my reader for that role, for that audition.
So he's gonna know anyway.
So it didn't involve like nudity and the actual, the scene that we read. See, the audition didn't allude to that, but he was like, "So what exactly are you gonna show?" And I'm like, "Well, So what the beautiful thing about television and having intimacy coordinators and then being a professional, you can tell them what you will and won't do. So I don't show full frontal or I don't show full bottom, but there is it's I mean, we all got here some way, right?
Yeah, we all got here some way. And sex sells,
And it does. And this character is she's very free. And I know there are a lot of women who are very free and their husbands are part of their freedom. And I play a character who's very much like that. It can be difficult at times because I've had a safe brand for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to stretch yourself at a certain point. What's going to make you uncomfortable to take you to higher heights?
Yeah.
And this character has done that for me.
Yeah. So when we talk about safe brand, right now, as we know, some of the TV shows show a lot from
our show shows shows a lot.
Not just heterosexual sexual stuff, but homosexual and stuff. And a lot of people are like really thrown back on how much is shown on television.
Right.
For example, I hate to say it, a very popular show, should I say?
Yes.
I'm
very aware of what you're talking about.
Yeah. What are your thoughts of that? Like,
Well, I mean, it's life, right? It's happening. It's art imitates life, life imitates art. It's really happening. I think people are taken aback. If you're uncomfortable with it, there's a thing called a remote control.
I feel the same way.
That you actually can turn the channel. What makes you uncomfortable about someone enjoying someone else who just happens to be the same sex?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because women and men been doing it for a long time on television.
Right. There are people who are living their very best lives, doing what they want to do. And who's to say that we can't have that liberty? And so if you don't like the show, if you don't like the scene, then turn the channel. So there's a scene that I have with my husband. He's with another man. I'm with another man in the show that I'm on. And it's probably uncomfortable for some people. Even when I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, wow. I actually did that, but that wasn't Rashan.
Yeah.
I literally am playing a character.
Yeah.
But that is somebody's real life.
Yeah.
And so that is what I'm doing as an actor.
Yeah. And you can't turn your nose up to that because it's like not in the public, especially because no matter how you feel, because it's like as long as you're not hurting anyone, what does it matter?
I never understood why.
Right?
Why the fact that someone else loves someone is your problem.
Yeah.
Or if someone else wants to make love to someone else is your problem.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable to me.
Wow. For real. Because, what majority of religion is baptism is based on what? Our background.
Absolutely.
What is taught. We weren't
given a choice.
We weren't given a choice.
So that is why I give my children a choice.
Yeah, I did my son the same way.
I'm giving you a choice, whether it's meditation, whether it's Islam, whether it's Christianity, whether it's kindness.
Yeah.
Whatever is going to make you a good person and know that something is greater than you, that gives you the ability to be able to find who that person is inside of you. I want them to be able to tap into that.
And that's what I told
they
my
know
son.
That they can get that from their parents.
I said, do you believe in God? That's all I need to know. Here's the book, you read up on which religion you want to follow.
Right. Or if it's just meditation.
Higher power. I know that's right. Well, we at our moment where here we get to know you a little bit better, a little bit more, okay? And I'm not gonna ask you this question. You're gonna select the question yourself. So this is the question of the day. So what I need you to do is reach on over and pull on a question out the box.
That's what we do here?
That's what we do here.
Okay.
And then let's see what's on your mind today.
If you saw your best friend's spouse or significant other cheating, would you tell them?
I'm gonna sip my tea on this one.
Yeah, my best friend is like we've been best friends since we were 14 years old. In high school, 9th grade. So if I saw him or her, whatever she ends up with, because she's my best friend is wide open. I'd be like, hey man, I think I saw something I don't like.
Okay.
And then I would.
Would you approach them in the setting? If you're
it depends on what the setting was like. I'd have been like, what's up, man? You need a drink? You want some Tito's? You want a little Casamigos?
You want to meet me at the bar? Let's talk about
I'm
this.
going to send over a drink so you know that my presence was felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Jenny Price, my best friend in the entire universe, yes.
You would tell.
I would. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm telling too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my best friend.
Yeah. But if it's somebody that's like I'm kind of cool with, I'd be like, ooh.
If it's a male best friend, would you tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So home. Well, but then again, you gotta assess the situation because I've been married 20 years tomorrow.
I know that's right. Yes.
But I also have lunch with males.
Okay.
I consider myself
of the business that we're in. Yeah.
That and everybody's homegirl. I have guy friends. I have friends. So to backtrack, let me assess the situation. If I saw
could be a business date.
It could be anything. You can't assume. That's why I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna see what your reaction is when I offer you the Tito's and the Casamigos.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
It's gonna be the Tito's.
It's gonna be hey, this is my friend. Be like, let me see what your body energy is
that
doing.
part. Yeah. You are doing so many great things. I love when I see you on TV. You not only were you on Sister Circle, but 3 Can Play at that game as well. But you also an author. You have a book.
Yeah, I have a children's book.
Children's book.
I'm all over the place.
That's not all over the place.
No, I just want to die empty. Everything that God places on my heart, I want to tap into.
I know that's right.
And I don't want anything to go. To be undone. I just do not. So yes, the children's book is called Piper Sky's Pink Popsicle Shoes. It's based off she's an 11th grader now, but when she was like 3 or 4, my older daughter, I would like tell her these nighttime stories about this little girl who had these magical pink popsicle shoes. And I was like, I've always been a writer, and I was like, oh, I should do a children's book. So it's based off her likeness, and her sister in the book is based off my younger daughter's likeness. So they'll always, and their names, their middle names, I kept their middle names the same in the book, the characters.
Okay.
I changed their first names, so my daughters will always have an affiliation or, an attachment to those characters. So you see brown, you see dark-skinned, light-skinned black girls, you see beautiful Asian girls, beautiful white girls, like you see like just everybody in the book. Because I want to be able to tap into it. But I wanted the main character to be a chocolate girl, big puffs, undercover. You can check it out at pipersky.com.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Now, your children, are they in the industry or acting,
no,
looking?
I think my younger daughter, if anybody's going to tap into it, it's probably be her. She looks like her dad, but she acts just like me, so I can see her. But my older daughter acts, she's been in school plays, and she does a tremendous job every time she's in it, so I can see it happening. I don't push it, though.
You don't push it? Mm-mm. Yeah. Why not?
I want them to be who they are.
Yeah.
And whoever that becomes is who they are.
Yeah. Well, industry kind of brutal,
Yeah, it can be.
It's a lot going on.
You pick and choose your battles, and you just got to know how to move in this thing.
Yeah. So what's next? I know we see you on BET Plus. How could we catch that? When that comes?
That's every Thursday night on BET Plus, but first season is running on the regular BET on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
So you can see the first season there. But I'm writing my own episodic drama. I have a great writing team, and I'm just continuing to create. I host and MC events, much like when I saw you.
Yes.
I do that across the country and got several events coming up. So I don't want to, whether it's, on set or if it's, being flown somewhere to MC an event or host something or be on a panel, I'm all for it.
Or a cover model. A cover model.
Yeah.
Speaking of cover model, you say you own your own clothing line.
Yeah, well, the Cool Soar. So it's hoodies, it's shirts. So you can check that out at shoplhp.com. So I have a partnership with Legacy History Pride, and they have so many licenses with HBCUs. So we partnered, and they have great apparel that's beautiful to Cool Soar, and they have a whole page just set up of that gear. And I'm just living in my truth and standing in the vibration that is completely and totally mine.
I know that's right. Well, I appreciate you for joining us today. You are amazing. What advice, I know you said you do multiple things and you want to go out empty. Yeah. What advice would you have for someone that's looking to become their own host of their own show, or looking to write a book or be an actress, still be a wife and a mother and a friend and everybody's home girl and all that good stuff? Yes.
I mean, I think the first step is to take the first step, and don't be afraid to, just don't limit yourself. I think when I tell my stories and come on shows like yours, I always try to encourage younger women.
Yes.
Because if I can shave off 10 to 15 years, and I said this the other night, of your unbelief in where you're supposed to be, then that is the example that I want to be for young women. Because it took me a long time to stand right here and talk my talk like I talk my talk. Because I used to be like, I don't want to be considered egotistical. No, you've worked hard. I've been on sidelines for CBS Sports Network. I've done sports for CNN and Headline News. I was on B103, Hot 107.9, Streets 94.5. I've done a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to walk in that.
And you're still doing it, because you even expressed there that you got fired from every job.
Oh, I got fired from all 3 radio stations.
3, yeah, but then
listen, I wouldn't have a story if I didn't.
Yeah,
right. What if I made it? I
going
there.
You kept going.
You cannot stop. The blessing is in the movement.
I know that's right.
The blessing is in the movement. You got to keep moving, even when you don't feel like you know where you're going. Keep moving. Because,
girl, these last 2 months, I'm like, my life it's great things, don't get me wrong, but it's like my life is in disarray. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to be next week. I don't know.
Right.
Because the opportunity has come my way, but it's a great thing. So y'all heard her here first. She is doing amazing things, encouraging people, and still out here getting the coffee for the CEO.
That's right.
Let them know how we can keep up with you with the podcast, BET Plus, and all that good stuff.
Yes, all that. At Rashan Ali on Instagram, and all of my handles are right there in my bio, so I'm going to have to go down the list. At Rashan Ali, you can go to RashanAli.com.
Rashan Ali, everybody's home girl.
That's me.
My good girlfriend, too, all right? Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl, Shay McCray.